Humans have been building things since the dawn of time, and tall structures have been fascinating mankind throughout history. As the tools and technology at our disposal improve, we tend to build bigger and taller structures. Even before industrialization, there were buildings stretching way over 100 meters into the sky. But how has the history of the tallest buildings in the world developed? Which structures have played a role in this history? Let's now take a look at how the tallest buildings in history has developed. Let's begin. When you think about the seven wonders of the ancient world, the Great Pyramid of Giza is the oldest of the seven wonders of the ancient world and the only one that is still fully intact. This pyramid was built between 2560 and 2540 BC. The Great Pyramid was constructed using limestone and granite, and it initially stood at 481 feet tall. The pyramid, which was constructed as a tomb for the pharaoh Khufu, remained the tallest building in the world for nearly 4,000 years until the Cathedral was built in Lincolnshire in England in 1311 AD. Due to erosion, the pyramid is now about 30 feet shorter, but this doesn't make it any less spectacular. While this legendary lighthouse wasn't taller than the Great Pyramid, it still deserves to be mentioned. After all, for centuries it was the tallest man-made structure that wasn't a pyramid. The exact height of the lighthouse in Alexandria in Egypt is unknown, but scholars estimate its height to be at least 400 feet tall when it was completed in 280 BC. This ancient structure guided ships into Alexandria harbors for more than 1,600 years until it eventually succumbed to the damage of three powerful earthquakes in 1375 AD. For nearly 250 years after it opened to the public in 1311 AD, the Lincoln Cathedral in Lincolnshire in England was the tallest building in the world. In 1548, when the central and the tallest spire of this cathedral collapsed in a storm. After that, the 495-foot tall St. Mary Church in Stralsund in Germany became the world's tallest building. And the central steeple of the church was struck by lightning and burned to the ground in 1647, so it also didn't hold the title for too long. Though most people consider the home insurance building in Chicago to be the world's first skyscraper, there are some architects and scholars who say that the title actually belongs to England Ditarating Flats Mill, despite the fact that it was only 5 stories tall. Built in 1797, the Ditarating Flats Mill, which was the first iron frame building in the world, introduced construction techniques that paved the way for taller high-rise buildings. The Rouen Cathedral is a Roman Catholic church in Normandy in France, and though part of the current buildings have been around since the 11th century, it was the addition of a new steel spire that made the 495-foot cathedral the tallest structure in the world from 1876 to 1888, according to the Architectural Digest. To this day, it remains the tallest cathedral in France. The 10th-floor home insurance building in Chicago, opened in 1885, is generally viewed as the first skyscraper and the first building to be supported both inside and outside by a fireproof steel and metal frame. In 1891, 2 more stories were added to the colossal project, bringing the original 138-foot structure to 180 feet. But in 1931, the building was demolished in order to make way for the 5th building, a more modern skyscraper that currently has 45 floors. When the Eiffel Tower was opened in 1889 as the entrance to that year's World Fair, the Eiffel Tower became the tallest structure in the world. Standing at 1,063 feet tall, about the height of an 81-story building, the Eiffel Tower is still the tallest structure in France. Located in the financial district of Lower Manhattan, the single building broke two interesting records in regard to its height. When it was built in 1908, the building was the tallest in the world, not counting spires or towers, rising above the competition with 41 above-ground floors. When it was demolished in 1968, it became the tallest building to ever be demolished. Known as the Metropolitan Life Tower, this building was the tallest in the world during its completion in 1909 until 1913, when it was adorned by another New York City structure. For years, the Metropolitan Life Tower mostly has the offices of the Metropolitan Life Insurance Company. Decades later, the building, which stands 50 floors tall, is mostly made up of 273-room New York Edition hotel. Located in Manhattan Tribeca neighborhood, the WoolWorth building took over the Metropolitan Life Tower title when it was opened in 1913. As the tallest and grandest building in the world until 1930, it boasted an impressive 55 floors at a time when skyscrapers were still fairly new. Years later, the WoolWorth building is a historical landmark. So, these are some of the most historical tallest structures. In the next video, we will continue looking at more historical tallest structures. And I hope you enjoyed this review of the world historical tallest structures. If you enjoyed it, give us your opinion in the comment section below. And before you leave, please do not hesitate to hit the red subscribe button in order to subscribe to the channel in the tutorial so that you can get more construction videos like this. And with that being said, you all have a good and a wonderful day. God bless you. Bye bye.